This actually segues nicely into, we were going to do a segment today where we're going to draft our top leading men of all time.
Yeah.
And then so we're not drafting them and inheriting their catalog of films. We're drafting them as if we were going to make more movies with these guys in their prime. And we'll do the ladies another time, but today we're sticking to the fellers. Chris, since you are our guest, do you want to do the honors and do... Well, you know what, though? I know you're going to draft my guy first, and I don't want to lose him. So I could... No, I can't. You take him. But go ahead. You go first.
You should be polite. I'm going to take Denzel.
I knew you were going to do it.
Damn,
I knew you were going to do it, and that was my number one pick.
Shit.
I know.
That was my number one pick.
I was worried
crap.
you were going to take it because it would mess up the whole roster that I could build. He's the number one.
We're each going to get 3.
He's just the best. He's cool. He's such a good actor. He's so badass. He can be sexy. He can do it all. He's just the man. I love Denzel.
He's the best because I think he's a movie star, but like of the movie stars, he's also the best actor of the movie stars. Like he can do like Shakespeare and drama, and he can. There's kind of nothing he can't do, except for maybe play like a milquetoast character. I don't know if he could do that, but you don't really need that for what we're drafting for. But
he's
yeah.
not like a puncher, though.
What do you mean?
Like he's not a hand-to-hand fighter in his movies.
I don't think he needs that. He's such an alpha. He doesn't need.
He is. He can
And I think
punch.
he could
The
be.
Hurricane.
Well, yeah,
He's literally a puncher.
boxing movie, but I mean, like,
Well, he's a puncher.
when he's in an action movie, it's always with guns. He's
It's
not,
more gunplay.
Yeah, he's not duking it out with the.
But there's still some fight scenes. Like Virtuosity has to,
Sure.
get in there a bit with the
So who would you say is a better puncher? Because I don't disagree, but then I don't know. Is there another guy who is a better puncher of the people we're pulling from?
Harrison Ford.
The guy I'm going to pick.
Harrison Ford's a
The guy
puncher,
I'm going to
yeah.
pick is a puncher.
Cruise.
Is a puncher. The guy I'm going to pick is a puncher. I got a surprise pick coming.
So wait, who's next?
Chad's up.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Number 2, Harrison Ford.
That's a good one. He was on my list.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
always crushes it, and he does. He has a pretty wide array of. He's got Air Force One, Something Lies Beneath. Is that what it's called?
What Lies Beneath?
What Lies Beneath, Blade Runner, Star Wars, Indiana Jones. He's done it all. And every time he's what's up?
Fugitive.
Every time he's in a movie, I get fired up. I just love watching him. So.
Witness rocks.
Witness, yeah.
I just rewatched Air Force One the other day. It's so great. It's so inspiring. He stays on the plane because his wife and kid are on there.
Yeah.
And they keep being like, a lot of the logic doesn't like. You're kind of like, how long is this guy gonna be able to hide from like 12 terrorists on a plane?
Yeah.
Like they know he's underneath, and they're like, we can't get to him. I'm like, he's got like 12 square feet where he can hide, but
He's wily.
his like tenacity and his loyalty to his fam, I don't know. It's very inspiring.
Oh yeah. I remember my mom would get so fired up. She's like, this is Harrison Ford. He's hot.
He is.
Him and Brad Pitt. She's like, yeah, he's hot.
We will not let go of Radicich. And then they go, then I kill your daughter.
Yeah.
And then he goes, no, honey. And then he goes, 1, 2, and he goes, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah,
and he sounds like such a sweet dad when he says it.
Yeah.
I try to think about presidents that we've had who would actually stay behind and do that as well.
Yeah.
And, Uncle Joe is just way too long in the dude.
Yeah.
Like, he'd forget where he was.
Yeah.
And be like I think he would want to. I think, it seems like you even seen those texts.
Yeah.
Things, seems like he's a pretty loyal father.
Yeah.
But I think Trump would get off the plane.
Yeah.
And he would expect his kids to, too. I don't think he'd expect them to stay for him. I think Barack would stay.
Yeah.
I think Barack would stay for Michelle. I don't think he would bail.
For sure. Trump for Melania. He grabs his shoe. He's like, later, dudes.
Yeah, he'd be out pretty quick. He'd like blow up the plane with that still in it. And be like, look, this is just, we don't negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah, we just don't negotiate.
We just don't negotiate.
I don't know what to tell
we
you.
don't take a back step.
I can
Right.
see him skydiving with just the smirk on his face.
And his hair just flopping. Yeah. And he'd brag. He'd brag
won
once he
again.
landed. I'm not even trying to be political. This is genuinely what I think, just psychologically. He'd land and he'd be like, I'm the only president in history to survive a terrorist attack on Air Force One. And then he bombed the fuck out of whoever did it. I think Bush would have stayed. Probably.
I think so.
I think so, right?
No, I think
would've.
Clinton would have bailed.
Clinton would have bailed.
Yeah, later.
For sure.
Yeah.
He's like finally
Yeah.
I think Hillary would have found a way to bail too. Yeah.
He would have felt really bad about it, though.
Clinton would have felt
Bill
bad.
would have been like,
Yeah.
man, I shouldn't have done. But he always would make the decision to bail. But
Yeah.
he would convince himself to like.
He might be able to talk
feel
us out of
really
it too. Like
bad.
we'd be like, hey, you shouldn't have bailed, and then he'd get into it and be like, you know what, he was right to bail. Yeah. He'd look so happy.
Reagan would have bailed, but he would have told everyone he didn't bail.
Yeah.
Like his World War II service.
With Trump,
That's good.
Gary Oldman's the villain, right?
He's very good.
And he's like, I kill your daughter. He's like Tiffany. He's like, yeah, cool.
Right.
Yeah, wait, which one?
Yeah, wait.
All right, my number one pick, I'm going way off the beaten path, but he's a star and a very good actor. Chris, I'm gonna give you one guess. Who do you think I'm doing?
Wait.
Okay, I'll give you this
Number
hint.
one. Wow.
Greg Giebel doesn't think he's that great of an actor.
I have no idea, but Colin Farrell,
No, he didn't even make my list, although I love Colin Farrell. But he's like,
too far down.
yeah, we're talking about a different tier here.
Who doesn't
Sorry.
Greg like?
Sean Penn.
Oh.
I'm going with Sean Penn.
Wow.
I love Sean Penn. He's such a good actor. He's a total wild card. And here's the thing. He's a puncher.
Oh, he's definitely a puncher.
Yeah.
Like a
For
real
sure.
life puncher. Like
Real
he
life.
boxes and he beats the shit out of paparazzi.
Third overall, you're going Sean Penn.
I think so. I like Sean Penn a lot.
What's your favorite Sean Penn movie?
What's my favorite Sean Penn movie? For what we're talking about, it's such a minor film compared to like the Denzel and Harrison Ford stuff, but like, what is my favorite? I was gonna say State of Grace, but that's not my favorite. But that's like a movie star part.
Yeah.
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys is so badass, and he's very badass in it.
I've never seen it.
What?
He's
And
in Juvenile
fighting.
Hall.
He's in Juvenile Hall and S.A. Morale. So he goes to Juvenile Hall
Oh, this is Bad Boys. Okay.
for beating up this dude who assaulted his girlfriend, and then the guy who assaulted his girlfriend ends up at juvie with him. And it's them. It's got great fight scenes. They're really like, it's a pretty brutal movie. But so Mystic River, he's very good in. Milk, he's good in. None of those are like my favorite movies.
I think he's great, and I Am Sam. I'll go on the record to say that.
The Interpreter, he's pretty badass in that. Look, I just don't think he's gotten the parts because he's just too wily. But I think Sean Penn is my guy. If I was starting my movies tomorrow and I was like, they're like, you get a prime Sean Penn, I was like, we can make a bunch of cool shit.
He's awesome. He's so intense. I love that. It's making me rethink what to pick next.
He's very intense, and he can be funny. When
Is he even funny? What are some good examples?
He did this Woody Allen movie,
Spicoli.
Sweet and Lowdown.
Sweet and Lowdown. He's really funny in.
Plays a mean guitar.
What else is he funny in? Not 21 Grams. Oh, not funny in that.
I never saw it.
He's good in
so
Colors.
Too intense. Colors is good.
He's funny in Fast Times, obviously.
Fast Times. Narrates well in Dogtown and Z-Boys. Oh, he's funny in What Just Happened, which is like, light satire. But that's actually a really good movie too. And then, but yeah, I'm going to roll with Sean Penn. I wanted to go off the beaten path. I'm going Sean. But dude, I fucked up. Because I know who you guys are going next, and I should have just picked him.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of surprised you went with Harrison Ford.
There was someone I was gonna go before, but then I was
You might get him here, though.
yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
I don't even know if
You might get him here. Because unless my
thing
brother
is-
takes him. My brother might take him right here. Chris,
I'm just
who's your
gonna-
number 2 pick?
I think you know.
I think my team's gonna win because. And sorry guys, but I'm gonna go with Tom Hanks
Oh no! I don't think
thanks.
that was it.
just to really round out the team because now I'm doing with those
Is
two
Tom
guys.
Hanks too soft though?
that was my. He's not sexy.
Right, but he's a leading. But think about all the parts that are Tom
mean,
Hanks
he-
parts.
But you just
Crushed
lost.
parts where
You
he's
just
like-
lost every action movie. You can't make action movies.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But you
got
gain,
Denzel for that.
Exactly, and you gain every movie where it's like he's just a dad with a family. You know
Right.
what I mean? He's just like, oh, this ordinary man who's thrown into an extraordinary situation, and he's just got to step up, and he's super funny.
So you needed someone relatable. You wanted someone relatable. You
know,
have
I'm trying
Denzel.
trying to
now you want
play the
someone
game a
you
little
want an
bit, and
everyman.
like now I got the breadth that I got with those two guys.
Well, maybe I'll get
I
my
think
guy.
you guys are screwed.
Maybe I'll get my guy. Who you going with?
Brad Pitt.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because I was talking to my dad. I watched Fury again last night. I was talking to my dad about it. We were talking about, because we were just discussing like the budget. You know, you got paid like $20 million to do that. But I'm like, that's worth it. If you pay $20 million for Brad Pitt, you're gonna get your money's worth. I mean, I can't think of any.
You're definitely going to make more than 20 back.
Yeah, and he just, I don't know. I think he just shines in almost every role. I love watching him. He makes me happy watching him, and he's sexy.
Can't argue it. He's beautiful.
I think
he's
I picked.
great.
I mean, he's an icon. He's of all the guys we've picked, he's probably the most one. Like if you see a photo of him, you're like,
Yeah.
that's an icon.
Yeah. I mean,
like if I see him on a poster,
Yeah.
that probably gets me the most excited to go see the movie.
And even in like 12 Years a Slave, his he just crushes little cameos like that.
He's good. He's got a good heart in that movie.
So far, all Oscar winners.
All right. Well,
Everybody.
I probably should have gone with this guy first, and I could have got. The thing is, I could have got Sean Penn with like my third pick.
Right.
You know what I mean? I kind of didn't pick smart that way. But I like that I already have. I got a surefire Oscar contender in my one hole, and I thought you guys would take this guy, Tom Cruise.
Right.
Of course.
Huge.
Nice.
Of course.
Tom Cruise. Mission Impossible, and then I'm taking prime Tom Cruise. So to me, that's like probably like 89 to 94 or something like that, and you're getting where he could do action movies. But you get like A Few Good Men and Jerry Maguire and kind of like him at his like most polished dramatic actor stage.
Jerry Maguire's 96.
Oh, is it really? Oh, damn. Thank you.
94 is Interview with a Vampire.
Okay.
Not
don't
bad,
test him
Tom.
with Cruise.
Not bad.
Not bad, but
not-
I prefer him and Jerry.
Not
Jerry's like his
not
most
great
relatable
Brad
part,
either.
basically.
What?
It's Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise in an interview.
Yeah.
That's kind of Brad Pitt's hair in that is just such. It's so not flattering. It's probably the ugliest he's looked in a movie.
Which movie?
He's still pretty hot, though, dude.
Oh, Interview with a
12
Vampire.
Monkeys.
Made me want to be a vampire.
But even 12 Monkeys is like, at least he's got like weird.
Or
energy,
California.
You know what I mean,
California with a K. He's a serial killer. He's like a weirdo, like degenerate.
I wrote down Tom Cruise, but then I think I was caught up on latest Tom Cruise. I wasn't thinking about prime Tom Cruise because the latest Tom Cruise is more kind of that brand, like rock kind of.
right, where the movies are kind of the same.
Right.
Versus kinda
That's
the
why I'm
same.
going
He was
earlier
doing-
Tom Cruise.
Yeah,
where
earlier
he's-
Tom Cruise. Yeah.
Where he's doing like a little more Oscar stuff. He's trying to work with all the best directors.
Yeah. Like Magnolia, Tom Cruise, Vanilla Sky.
That's like the end of him being like, all right, I'm going to do like interesting dramas and stuff. And I guess
Yeah.
it just wasn't feeling good for him.
Yeah.
Dude, Damon
Interesting.
told a story about him on Bill Simmons where he was like, how'd you do that thing where you ran across like the world's tallest buildings? Like, I've been wanting to do it for years. So we bring in the stunt coordinator. I go, how do we do it? He goes, too dangerous. So I found another stunt coordinator.
I worked on some of that footage when it still had wires. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You did?
Whoa. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How'd this just come up? How'd it look?
It's still, I mean, even with wires, dude, it's still fucking, it's amazing that he did that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's my thing. Not only do I have a
so
great
hot,
actor,
it's so
I've
tall.
also got the best stuntman in the world on my squad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that Ghost Protocol when he's in Dubai when he's running? Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. When you see how high up he is.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Chris, who you going at number 3?
There's so many. There's so many to choose from.
I think you need a wild card.
Yeah, I think. Hold on. I think I know who I want because I actually have them 1, 2, 3 on my list. Yeah, I'm gonna go Christian Bale.
Dude, nice.
Oh, nice. You got a wild card.
I was just looking at him on my list. I was like, he's good.
You talked about it earlier, body transformation, but he's also such a good actor. Like that's definitely a part. It's always impressive when people do that. Sometimes people get more credit than maybe they should, but whatever. But he's just an amazing actor. He obviously can do. I mean, he was Batman and he was good. He's just he's the man, and he can do so many. He can do anything.
I think he's one of the best. And he picks good movies. He's always good. I'd like to see him do, but you got Tom Hanks for the everyman stuff, so you don't need an everyman.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because I don't know if he could do that stuff, but you don't need it because you got Hanks.
Has Bale been funny?
Yeah, he's been funny. He's really funny in The Fighter,
And the
right?
fighter is really funny.
Right.
And in all the David O. Russell movies, because I think he's pretty funny in American Hustle,
is,
too.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of like...
And just him doing his comb over in America, like that alone is hilarious.
Mhm.
He slipped a disc doing the hunch for that movie.
His commitment
really?
is almost what makes it funny.
Wow.
It's
Yeah,
not
he fucked up
necessarily
his
his,
back.
like... yeah. Yeah, he fucked up his back.
Because
He got like a herniated disc from just pretending to be huge.
that's the guy I want on my squad, dude.
I'm still laughing at the image of Trump just bailing out of Air Force One.
Just like a slight smile on his face, knowing he won.
That's a smirk where he just coming in. Oh man, that's so funny.
Chad, who's
Me?
your third? I think you have to, right?
Oh, now I'm in my head.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Go. Forget my.
I was thinking Robert De Niro.
Oh, nice.
Cause I got Harrison Ford, I got Brad Pitt, kind of too all American, and then De Niro, the gangster stuff, and he's funny.
He's really
Meet the
funny.
Parents.
I mean, he's probably
He's iconic too.
by a lot of metrics, he's probably the best actor of all time in
Yeah.
terms of like body work, and then like he does the body transformation stuff. He can be funny. He's great in dramas. He's good in supporting roles. He kind of, he might be the best.
Yeah.
And the body of work is huge.
Huge.
He's just done so much stuff.
I don't know if he has like the leading man coolness
Right.
that some other people, but you have Brad Pitt for that.
Yeah.
If you just need someone to be cool, you got Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you ever watched De Niro and something, maybe in Heat,
Yeah,
and maybe in
pretty cool.
Goodfellas, but I don't think you really watched De Niro and you're like, oh, I wish I was that guy.
Totally. Yeah.
But you have Brad Pitt, and that he's kind of the apotheosis of that.
Yeah. Who were you thinking I was gonna say?
P Dubs.
Oh, right.
Patrick Wilson.
That was
Yeah. Well, I mean,
a hilarious joke, but you can't make that on this podcast.
that's a given for me.
Right. We'll call this the honorary Paul Walker draft.
Yeah.
Right. He would have been all of our number one picks, so we're
Yeah.
going with all these guys
Yeah.
in his stead. So De Niro.
De Niro.
I like that.
I thought Chris was going to go De Niro.
I botched my whole thing.
Felt
I
like
don't
it
know.
was there.
I'm gonna trade Sean Penn now for other guys. I don't know why I came in hot with that. All right, so here's my thing. So you guys have your three. Should we do another round? No, we're good at 3.
I'm down.
Yeah.
There's so many, because like
There's so
the
many.
people that are still on the board, it's crazy.
Yeah, maybe we need to do one more round. Cause all right, so here's my thing, and I'm gonna burn this one. I'm just gonna say his name, but I want to go with Jack Nicholson. But is Sean Penn kind of Division 2 Jack Nicholson?
Kind of.
Yeah.
Right? They're kind of fill the same lane, right? They're like the wild card leading man. They have kind of like an anti-authority like edge to them.
yeah.
Yeah. A little
Edge.
too similar, I think.
I think
both-
there's like
yeah.
there's still like several
Damn, I
bona
should've gone
fide
with Jack
movie
first.
stars that are left. But it's your team.
But I think if I'm making new movies with these guys, it's like Jack and Sean can basically play all the same parts.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Literally, when Sean Penn directed his first movie, Jack's the star.
right, and I think Jack, when he directed a movie,
The Pledge?
Yeah.
yeah,
Never saw it.
they have very similar energies. Same with Christian Slater.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. All
Got him.
right, number 3. Okay. All right, so what I think I need here, because I want, oh man,
It's our who's your second?
my second was Tom Cruise.
Right.
So I had a strong,
Okay.
I had a strong 2 pick.
Strong too,
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I put
There's
some.
there's some big guys out
I
there.
put some weirdos on this list, man. Not weirdos.
I know what
But
you
like
should
Paul
do.
Giamatti, right? Like you probably shouldn't pick him, but like I love him.
Paul Giamatti. I know one you should pick.
Throw it to me. I'm open.
Daniel Day.
Yeah, you know what? And because that is kind of the lane I was thinking. I was like, do I need? Because Tom Cruise can kind of do it because he did like Last Samurai.
Yeah.
I'm like, but do I need someone who can do like
And you love Gangs of New
stuff?
York.
Right.
Yeah.
But with him, I just don't know if he's enough of a movie star for me.
Yeah,
I love Daniel
he's-
Day-Lewis.
He's kind of just a pure actor.
Yeah, and every time you go into one of his movies, you kind of go in ready to be tired.
Right.
Like, you're like, this is going to be amazing. It's going to be like the most commitment and precise acting I've ever seen. But I don't know if I'm going to come out of it feeling like jazzed.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to come out of it being like, that was art.
Yeah.
And
Right. Phantom Thread is like
it's
so good, and I'm also like, why? Like this is so
Yeah.
specific, and I'm make whatever you want, PTA, but like I don't. It feels just odd that you chose this, but if it's amazing,
That's that's how I felt after was it Master? Well,
The Master?
The Master. Yeah, I kind of came out of that. I was like, oh,
No, dude. Any PTA movie that you see in theaters,
Yeah.
you're basically like, wow, I think I like learned about art, and I think I need to go home and watch like Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
Right
I'd
now.
take a shower, yeah.
Yeah. That's how we talk about the greatest filmmaker of our generation on here. We're like, hey, dude, just relax a bit, dude.
Or like watch like
Yeah.
the first half of Boogie Nights.
Yeah, just watch Boogie Nights so you can.
But don't finish it because then
Yeah.
it gets.
I do that with a lot of movies. That, Blow,
Yeah.
American Made even.
Well,
Good
yeah.
Tom Cruise movie where afterwards you just want to go drive around in your car.
And the thing is, there are real life stories of people who were drug dealers and kind of got away with it.
Yeah.
But we can't make those movies because it's immoral.
Yeah.
So you have to do the third act fall.
Yeah.
But I'm with you. I'm like, how about you just find the guy who kind of made it, then moved his money into like legitimate businesses and is kind of just growing old playing golf right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That
We-
would be cool.
That would be a good movie, but I think people would be like, this is wrong.
Yeah.
Like they have to pay. I'm like,
But it's true sometimes, I imagine. Somebody
Yeah.
have to.
and I'm like, it's a fucking movie. He's a good guy. I've been watching him for 2 hours. He's the good
Yeah.
guy.
He transported things that people wanted.
Yeah.
That's all he did.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
real
Right.
criminal is the
End user.
system that oppresses
The
nonviolent
CIA.
offenders. Exactly.
The CIA enabling these dudes.
They just can't make money off of it. All right, so I got to pick. My third pick, I'm going to go. I got to do it. Even I got some redundancies, but I got to do it. I'm going Russell Crowe.
Nice.
Love it.
Yeah.
Great one.
I love a prime Russell Crowe. The thing about Russell Crowe is between all the actors we've picked, it's probably the starkest contrast between prime and post prime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just hit like a period in his life where he's like, dude, I just don't give a fuck. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm getting hammered. I'm watching my Aussie Rules football team. I'm heckling the players, and I'm just eating whatever pastries we got down here.
But I gotta say, it's probably the biggest movie star move I think I've seen.
Right.
Right.
He's very Brando.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't care so much. He's got that much confidence where people still are like, he's the man.
He is the man.
Yeah.
And his prime movies, like when he came out of like LA Confidential, and then he, you know, if you go way back, you do Romper Stomper, although that's kind of not like a movie star movie. And then you know, you got Gladiator, Master and Commander, all that stuff. He's just
Beautiful mind.
beautiful man. He's just cool, man. He's just cool. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Russell Crowe.
I love it. I love Master and Commander. I didn't
It's
like it when
great.
I first saw it.
I felt the same way.
Well, because I wanted Gladiator again.
Yeah.
And then it didn't deliver on that, although the one action scene is cool, or like 1.5. But then you just see it's about friendship, you know? It's just Paul Bettany and him just being friends and just them just on this mission together. And it's lovely. It's beautiful. I love that movie.
Well, like the first scene, they sort of ramp it up to where you're like, oh, this is gonna be intense, you know, naval warfare movie, and then they go to the Galapagos and they're just like exploring. And you're like, what's going on here?
Yeah, they don't see the bad guys
meditative.
for like another
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then basically all the action scenes were put into the 2-minute trailer.
Yeah.
It was kind of a disservice to the movie, whoever cut the trailer.
Yeah.
Because they were like, do you want to call Napoleon your king?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we're going to watch the fucking French get fucked up in this shit.
Yeah.
Then you watch and they're like studying lizards, and you're like, okay.
It's like The Grey is like that, where it's like you
Yeah.
think like they marketed the movie as like they're gonna be it's Liam Neeson fighting wolves like the whole time, and it's just not that.
Right.
That movie
Yeah.
rocks.
People get mad at that movie too because they're like, that's not actually how wolves operate. They don't have dens. They don't track people down. I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't go to the movie to learn about wolves, dude.
Right. And
Yeah.
if anything, I think wolves are cool based on that movie. I'm not gonna go out and kill any. You know what I mean? Because like they're obviously too gnarly for.
Yeah, it's not like Jaws where
Right.
everyone saw Jaws and was like, let's go murk sharks.
Yeah.
How weird is that, dude?
These motherfuckers, man.
Very strange. Chris, who's your fourth pick? Your surprise fourth pick.
I'm torn.
So who do you have right now?
I got Denzel, Tom Hanks, Christian Bale.
All right, it's very strong.
Yeah.
It's very very well rounded. I think you could go a lot of directions here.
I know, and that's the thing. Like, I was just watching Walk Hard. John C. Reilly's amazing. He hasn't starred in a lot, but I think he's hilarious. The guy can sing. He can do drama. He's funny.
But if he's the lead in something, if it's got a big budge, I don't know if I want to see that.
Right.
If it's small budge, I'm all in.
I think the thing that man, it's like I might just start
You forgot
spitting
to
out
mention
names.
that Russell Crowe is a hell of a singer as well.
Dude, actually, not a good singer, but triumphant singer. Because he got so. My brother and me watched that together where he got so hammered for Les Mis. Everyone's like, this guy can't sing for shit. Not as bad as Pierce Brosnan got it, but more high profile.
He is better than Pierce.
But then at the Oscars when they sang it, he comes in last and sings his solo, and he's proud. And I was at home with my brother. We're like, yeah, stick it to him, Russell. You can do it. He sounded pretty good.
No fear, dude.
For the king, da, da, da. And I was like, yeah, Russell.
He's very proud of how he cannot sing well.
Yeah.
100 million people tell you suck, and then you go hammer him at the Oscars, and you say, well, listen to this. Get 30 more seconds of me sucking, assholes.
That's why he's awesome.
Yeah,
I stand by the performance. I like the movie.
I liked him too. I do. Honestly, I thought Hugh Jackman was a little too intense.
A lot of people that, I don't know, care about the musical are like, I remember, I think it was Dan Collins, the fact that he sang this song like this, just total crap, dude. The original song, I didn't know this.
About Russell Crowe?
About Hugh Jackman.
Oh, so he got
about like the Let Him Live one, where like the...
So he got hammered too.
Yeah, well, I think in some circles. I remember like
It's
when
tough.
the trailer came out, it's like a...
You're not casting Broadway people,
like
you're
a
casting
theater,
actors.
A friend who was in theater was like, do you see Anne Hathaway butchering that song? I was like, that sounded pretty good.
Yeah, she won an Oscar.
I don't know.
Well, I guess
and
most
did it in one
critics
take.
are like theater kids too, right?
This was like an actual theater kid, so I don't...
Was this the one you dated?
Yes.
Maybe she was just mad at you.
We
This is how we
agreed.
figured
We
it out.
agreed on most movie things. You know, our movie taste was pretty aligned.
That's nice.
It was cool. I'm deciding between if I can do that. I kind of like Wild Card, like Chalamet, but there's Nick Cage.
young hitter.
Wow.
Oh, or Nick Cage. I didn't even think of Nick Cage.
Nick Cage.
Oh, I would have taken him
Rob
already.
Pattinson. I love all these dudes.
But you know what's true? If you get a Chalamet, and like I guess I could have drafted Tom Cruise for his like 80 to 85 range and gotten like a young person in there. But I think that's a valuable role to fill, is to have someone to do the young roles.
And I don't know. I bought him in The King.
He was great.
I thought he was badass.
He's really good.
But Nick Cage is also the man, and I do
You
love
got Christian
Pattinson.
Bale. I feel like Christian Bale can do most of what Nick Cage would do.
Right. All right. I'll go Chalamet.
That's a good one.
It's a strong lineup.
Yeah. It's good.
You
Good
know,
young
not
buck.
going on there.
Be cool to have Oscar Isaac on the team, though.
Yeah,
I do like
it would
him.
be cooler
Biggie.
than Chalamet.
I think Chalamet's better.
I don't know. It's a
to
tough
disagree
one.
on that one.
If you-
I'm gonna go. I'll stick to Chalamet, but
I think Bale could do whatever.
I just wanted to honorable
Isaac's gonna
mention
do.
Oscar Isaac because he's a cool dude. At least he seems that way.
All right, Chad, who's your fourth pick?
I think I gotta go with Leo.
Dude.
Got it.
I think every time you see Leo in a trailer, people get pumped. Like, I'm gonna see that movie, and he's funny too. I think he's decently funny, and he crushed it. And also in character roles like Django.
He's so good in.
I think he's
He
really
crushed it.
funny.
Yeah.
I think he's really, really funny.
Yeah,
Like in Once Upon a Time, he's hilarious.
it's hilarious. Wolf of Wall Street, he's funny.
He's so
Super
funny,
funny.
Titanic crushed it.
Gilbert Grape, he's so funny.
Gilbert Grape. What else is he in? Aviator, and then Catch Me If You Can. That was great.
Catch Me If You Can's like the perfect movie for him, especially at that age where he's just like
Right.
he's
Yeah.
fun. He gets to do so much.
He still
you
gets
know,
to look
he's
like.
just-
I mean, he's always had kind of. He's kind of moved himself away, but he had that like kind of really
Boyish.
angelic
Yeah.
face.
I was actually
Yeah.
annoyed when he seemed like he was actively trying to move away from it.
Well, now it feels more authentic. Like now, when I see him playing like a crabby person, I'm like, oh, you're like in your 40s now.
'Cause he
but,
has a couple
But when he
of-
was like 25 in Gangs, he was like, oh, I have a goatee now. I was like, you still look like a kid.
Yeah.
To me,
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Yeah,
Romeo
I
and
was-
Juliet too.
Right.
Love that movie.
Yeah, of course.
But just
Aaron.
Titanic when she's getting lowered down and the fireworks go off behind him.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
So what's your four person rotation right now?
Okay, so I got Brad, I got Harrison Ford, I got Robert De Niro, and I got Leo.
Dude, that's pretty killer.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
That's pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's tough. Mine is getting cream, but okay, I'm gonna go.
that might swing it. That I was leaning
Dude.
one way, and it might be.
But I was
swinging
thinking Chris is gonna.
Chalamet, you know, there's not.
Did he lose you a little bit with Chalamet?
yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay, so mine. Here's the guys I still
That's
have on
hard.
my
I mean,
list.
that's a much longer legacy than
Right. Yeah, Chalamet.
Dune's gonna rule, I think.
He's like
Give him 10
this is like
years.
trading like a farm prospect
Right,
for like
right,
a
right.
proven Cy
Right.
Younger.
Yeah.
But whose filmography is it's very good already.
It is, and he's got Dune coming out, so he's got big stuff coming. Okay, so here are the other guys I have on my list. I had Edward Norton,
Love him.
Matt Damon, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and Kurt Russell.
We didn't even mention Clooney, which is crazy.
Oh, right.
Dog,
Yeah, Clooney's great, but
Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman, Dustin Hoffman,
Pacino.
Al Pacino,
There's like
Brando,
Paul Newman.
Robert Redford.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna go. I got my pick, and I think it fits in nicely with who I got. I'm gonna go in with someone who has gone too soon. I'm going with Heath Ledger
Love it.
in my 4th spot.
It's a great one.
Because also, dude, he had incredible versatility. Like, he teen heartthrob, played it perfectly in 10 Things. Like, budding action hero in The Patriot.
Mm-hmm.
He's
A
like
Knight's
not
Tale.
amazing in it, but I really liked it. But so good in A Knight's Tale. And then the dramatic stuff with like Brokeback and Monsters Ball and then of course The Dark Knight. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Heath. So my lineup is Sean Penn, Tom Cruise. Who did I pick third? Heath Ledger.
Who did he pick third?
Did you pick third?
Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
Right.
That's a
mine's-
killer.
Mine's kind of weak.
It's out there.
Yeah, mine's kind of weak, dude.
Dude, I really want to watch Russell Crowe singing again.
Yeah.
It's good, dude. Just watch the whole movie.
If I knew I was going to pick this, I should have just, if I was going to pick a weird lineup, I should have just gone weird all the way through and been like, Sean Penn, Ewan McGregor.
Right. No, do you know what would have been a good one? Is Jim Carrey.
Right.
Jim Carrey.